I agree with the concept of mini retirement because it prevents you from working your whole life and then saving that retirement for a time where you don't know if you're actually going to be there or not.
All right, guys, welcome back to Sleight of Mind. Today we're going to be talking about resetting, taking that time to relax and reset, and maybe take a vacation, take some me time to get your mind back in the right mentality and ignite that fire again to get that drive going. Because we know that sometimes we get burnt out, and I think each and every one of us has been through that scenario. So, anyone had any recent experiences of taking some reset time or feeling burnt out even? Let's talk about feeling burnt out first. Has anyone experienced that?
Yeah, I can lead the convo here. So I've always been in the mindset like to go hard at it. Like, what's the point of a break? Breaks are for losers. Um, and even in terms of like sleep, I'm like, you can sleep more when you're dead, man. That's all you're
Yep,
gonna be
everyone
doing.
said that.
Actually, last year at work, I completed 13 months of working without a single day off. And boy, I tell you, after probably the ninth month, I was wrecked. My brain was fried. I was working slower. I was lethargic in terms of just thinking, processing. Everything I did was just slow and like just laggy. What would take me one evening to complete would take a week and it'll still be on my backlog to do because I just wasn't efficient.
Mm.
And I lost the efficiency because I was just spending too much time trying to
Well,
work.
before we get onto any of the techniques and how you got over that, let's dive into what the actual aspects are. So coming into that, you felt like you were burnt out. You felt like you was in a rut, like a consistent frame of mind, shall I say, just repeating in your head, like I gotta work. Even when you try and reset, it was still in that mindset. Did you ever feel like your drive was diminishing, or was your drive still quite high?
Um, See, I felt like my drive was high, but it was only looking in hindsight once I took a break was that my drive was actually higher after my break.
Mine was, I'd say quite similar. I've experienced burnout quite a few times in different ways. It doesn't like manifest itself in one sort of way. I think you can get burnt out in different areas of your life as well.
Yeah.
We're also talking about work, which is going to be 99% of most people's cases. Excuse me. And for me, um, it was work as well. Every time I've experienced it, I've had it in different scenarios. Most recently, probably when severely, like when I was on the yachts. And we used to work long hours, and you're away from home, and there's only so much you can take. And some people just built better for it than others, and I wasn't one of those people. While I loved what I was doing, it built up and built up and built up, and eventually, I just needed to be home, and that was my break. I needed a break from what I was doing. Didn't need a holiday or anything. I just needed to be home. Like that's as long as I wasn't doing what I was doing before, then that's fine. I strategically try and plan holidays every so often so that I do have that break. I don't really want to get myself to that point. I don't travel regularly, but I do make sure that I have strategies in place and different things that help me stay on a motivated path. Meditation is one of those things that I can do, and it sort of resets my day almost. If I've had a rough day or even a rough last hour, I can just meditate and sort of bring myself back down a little bit, back down a peg. So things like that, or the gym. Those are like my little mini breaks that help me reset.
It doesn't need to have travel, like you said. It could be through exercise, through meditation, these sorts of things. But I like to, yeah, take my mind off of working at least. Doing different activities as well, I feel like is a reset, like stuff that you might not have done before.
It's more so like breaking routine, really. I
That's
think
it. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
that's the
just
breaking
key.
routine and escaping in just a new environment. Doesn't like you said, you don't have to jump on a plane and go on a 2 week holiday every single time. It could be
Yeah,
spend a weekend in the woods or go hiking one day or just
yeah.
something like that, just to just switch it up.
That's why I think even if you try to do one thing a month, and it doesn't, like we said, it doesn't have to be a weekend away. It could just be a day at a spa or going to get like a massage or something completely different or random, just that one day in that month will make you think about in the moment time. So
You guys are more into your fitness and stuff like that. So have you ever felt that with when you're working out that you need a break?
That's actually the way your body works. That's actually a common thing that happens. You plateau. You hit a plateau in your training where your results sort of taper off. You're not losing weight as quick as you were, or burning fat, or building muscle. And you need to take a break. You need to take a week off, and doesn't mean you sit on the sofa and just eat Pringles all day long. Like, you just have a week off where maybe you go in the gym and you just dial back everything that you're doing. When you have those weeks, they actually kickstart the process again for you, and then you go into a new program. So yeah, it's a very common thing in the body, and it's a natural thing. And if our bodies can do that and suffer that burnout, our brains for sure will suffer that burnout as well.
days, and I know that most of us have read the 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, and he suggests to do mini retirements, which is an uncommon thing in our generation.
The aim of the mini retirement isn't to go backpacking or traveling, or it's just to move somewhere, go somewhere, and just experience life. The reason why I think they're important is we're young now, we're able, we're in our prime of our lives, we can move, we can, we're not getting sick, or we're not fragile or immobile. We can, move around and enjoy life to the fullest. I'm not saying that people over 60 can't, but there certainly are a lot more restrictions for them than there are for us, our generation. And I agree with the concept of mini retirement because it prevents you from working your whole life and then saving that retirement for a time where you don't know if you're actually going to be there or not. And I also believe by working yourself into the ground up until you are 60, 65, you're shaving years off your life anyway. That's my personal opinion. If you're not resetting and you're stretching yourself out, then what are you doing it for?
So just to finish up then, any sort of quick fire techniques that you guys would say people that do feel like they're burnt out, or how to recognize that they're burnt out and what they should do about it to get that reset going?
Yeah, so I think what we hit on the topic was that you can be burnt out in many different stages of your life, and it's all about the repetition that happens. So the idea is to change it up completely. Let's change the whole week. Let's make exactly every single thing that I do every day completely different for those 7 days, and then see how I feel at the end of that.
You realize you're burnt out when you're not present in the moment. If life feels like it's on fast forward or autopilot, then that's probably time for you to sort of take a step back and figure out a way to get yourself present. Strategies that have worked for me have been meditation. It's probably been the most important one, which has just allowed me to be more aware of what's around me and what's going on. And I'd say challenge yourself to learn something as well. You could incorporate that into mini retirements, which is what Tim Ferriss does pretty much. He every month, 2 month stint he goes away for, he learns something and studies that while he's there. So he went to Argentina and learned how to tango and became the national tango champion. He went to China and became the national kickboxing champion while learning to kickbox over there. And
yeah, man, I think for myself, like you guys said, I think just to get that reset going, changing up the game, man. And also recognizing that you are in that burnout stage. That's hard as well. Trying to listen to other people, trying to make sure. So I'd just say do regular checks, every 3 months, every 2 months, whatever it may be. Just think, okay, am I doing the same thing over and over again? Am I burnt out? Do I need to change up? Do I need to go learn something new? Do I need to just completely relax for a weekend or a day? Taking those mini breaks is better than taking those long breaks, but by all means, people can take long breaks too. So I think we hit most of the nails on the head. That's it for this session of Sleight of Mind. Look out for the extended version to be published tomorrow, and we'll see you next week.